So we're in the same area from the prints, and we found this ditch, but look it, there's a stick here that had dirt all over it. It was being, whatever it was using this stick and hands to dig out this hole, looking for stuff. What's that? Is that a knuckle print? Hello, my friends in Sasquatch land. It is I, Chris, from Discover Sasquatch, and also lead investigator at Berkshire Mountain Sasquatch. And welcome to episode 2 of the Cryptid Adventures of BMS. Hello, old friends. Hello, new friends. And welcome to a new episode. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to everyone who reached out about my surgeries. Everything has gone well. I'm sitting here with an air bubble in my eye right now trying to edit, so I hope this comes out great. So this is the first episode of the property we call Up the Road. Up the Road got its name because it's up the road from Larry's. And if you're all familiar with the channel, you know Larry's was a pretty wild place that we were at for about 6 years. Well, we were introduced to this property in 2018, and I'm going to go back there for our first camp out and share some audio recordings that we got the first night we were there. So thank you all for checking out the video, and now let's get in the woods with BMS. So when we first show up at the property, we go to our core areas. The areas that we have searched and scouted for and find the most signs of what we believe to be Sasquatch. We make our presence known. We make sure they know that we're looking at their stuff. And then we prepare what we're there to do. And that's to camp out and to check out the night. So we break out the thermal. We watch the mountainside for a little while. We watch the fire, thermal, set up the recorder, and we hit the hay. About an hour and a half after we fall asleep, things start to get interesting. The following recordings are going to show you how they went from point A to point B and moved closer to our campsite. Again, these aren't professional recordings. This was a Tascam on a tripod. I have looped each recording 3 times. I do it this way because by the 3rd time you are dialed in to what you're trying to hear, and it makes it easier, especially on the first tracks. Again, these are not professional recordings. They're done in the forest 5 years ago. They get better as they move along, I promise. So here's the first track. For the best experience, please wear a headset. Now the next recording is closer, but we're not sure if they're clacks or stick on stick. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Here it is. On each recording, they get closer and closer. This upcoming one is the next stage as they approach the campsite. So after those 3 clips, you could honestly tell that the subject got a lot closer to us. The next clip we sent out to Mr. Mark Newbell from the Beasts and had him go through it and have him edit it and send it back to us. This was the exclamation point after he heard what he sent back. Once again, the whistles come into play. They must use it often. Here it is. So after analysis of all the recordings, we came up to the conclusion that there was 2 of them, one in the woods and one behind us. And that came from the final recording when the whistle and the rock throw came in, and then the the two rock clacks came from back. I think the one in back was watching the camp close to see if there was any movement in our camp. This is how we've come to find out they operate over the years. They're very smart. So now let's go to the present day. We're actually going to hit 2021 for a fast clip first, which we found something while I was editing that I thought was very important. And then we'll hop right into 2022's EVP's recordings, which will blow your mind. Now we have changed recorders now. We are now using the Zoom H1N. And again, this is not a sponsored video either. I have to add that. Well, Michael, Shayna, and myself are right up the road. And we come across this first clip, which is very interesting. And while listening to it last night, I captured another EVP. How deep that is in there. Yeah, okay. Yep. Nature did that. Oh, ooh, look at that scrape. A buck coming through here, you know, look at. You have their marker, and then you have a deer scrape right next to that marker on the trail. Is that cool or what? Okay, so was that Ahoo crazy or what? How many reports have there been of while you're out searching for these guys, you hear that Ahoo? So moving forward, as you can see, I have walking sticks. This is March, just after I got done with my stent of being in the hospital for a month with my back with spinal stenosis. But I'm feeling good, and the sticks are just for safety reasons. So on this day, we catch these EVPs coming up off of the camcorder in someone else's hand and on the recorder on my back. Wait till you hear these. Here it goes.
Hey.
You hear that? Yeah, it sounded like someone goes, hey, like that. Coming from up here. Alright guys, you gotta be careful over here, I guess. Holy shit. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
I heard that. See?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wonder if that's what. It sounded like that.
I heard both sounds.
As you can tell by now, I had to alter one of the voices in the video. We're starting to have full conversations with the other side of the veil. Now I'm going to play you the clip that came from the H1N recorder on my backpack. We really need to start taking a deeper look into what's going on in the forest. There's more than these guys just going around banging on trees. Much more. We all need to start looking together, try to get along, and let's start getting some answers. The frequency thing is real. It's 100% real, and we are showing evidence of it. We are presenting data. It truly is the key in the ignition.
You hear that?
What?
Yeah, it sounded like someone goes, hey, like that.
No.
Coming from up here. Alright guys, you gotta be careful.
Wow, I heard it that time. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I heard the hey.
See?
I just heard that right here.
Yeah.
Like it was right in my ear. Okay, well that was both recordings. Things just keep on getting stranger and stranger in the woods. Seems the more time you're out there, the more stranger it gets. Before we go any further, I've been having questions about the podcast. Our return to the podcast will be the Halloween special, and it's called The Results. After the Ron Moorhead interview, Chris and I put out an experiment for everybody to try, and we got results from the quantum entanglement. Things just keep on getting stranger and stranger, and we got more stuff coming at you. I actually had to have my house blessed. Crazy things going on. But if you like the content so far, leave us a thumbs up. You don't want to miss this special, so please subscribe and leave a comment. We listen to them all. I don't do it for the money. I made $8 off the last video. I spent hours and hours for $8. I don't do it for the money. I do it for the awareness. I try to give you guys the best presentation I can. And I appreciate all of you. You're all friends to us here at Berkshire Mountain Sasquatch, and awareness is our main goal. So let's get on to the trackway video. It's time to get into the woods. It's August now, 2022. So it's the night before, and this is how we go by our investigations. We look at the weather. This day, it's going to be 95 degrees, hot, humid, and steamy. We look at our objectives. We heard there was a pond on the property that we had never been to in a cave. So we were going to take this opportunity to try and find the pond. Then you figure, where would something that weighed 600 to 800 pounds be on a 95-degree day, hot and humid? There's a place that we call Jurassic Park in the far back of this property that is all moss beds and cool, and that's where I would be if I weighed that much and hairy. And that's how our route went for that day. We went from the entrance to the rock cliffs, as you can see on the map, checked out the moss forest, and then we started looking for the signs once we got to the moss forest of which way to head, and that's what led us to our final destination of the trackway. So that's how we go by our investigations. So let's make our way to the trackway. Okay, we're making our way down to Jurassic Park area is what we call it. Moss beds. It's gotten extremely quiet down in here. Birds are shut down. So if I was that big, where would you want to be on a day like today? This is our baseline reading right here. So we head in. What's that? Right here is another one of the snaps we find here all the time. This snap is about 5 feet. I'm 6 foot. I'm about 12 inches over it, so about 5 foot high. I mean, these are snapped clean, just like. And this is common in this area to find these. There would be one really close by here, another one might be a little higher, but they're snapped. One right there. What the hell was that? Another one right there.
What the frick? So hot in here today, everything's fogging up. There it is. That one's up about 8 feet high.
This place is littered with those breaks from 4 feet to 10 feet everywhere. It's not snow load doing it. Was our hunch right? Were we supposed to be in this area at Jurassic Park? Foot impression. Another foot impression. Something either laying, sitting. I think we were on to the right spot where we needed to be this day. But I just wanted to touch base on those breaks. There are hundreds of them in this property. Hundreds and hundreds of them everywhere.
Fern Gully.
I'm just going to take a couple moments in this video. I had a request from a subscriber, and they asked if I could just freeze a point or leave a camera pointing into the woods so they can check things out. They can no longer be in the woods, and I thought I would help them out. There's two things thrown at this moment, and you can hear them back at me. It sounds like you can hear them hit the brush and then bounce off the ground. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity for them to get that chance.
That's picking up the branches. What the frick? So hot in here today, everything's fogging up. There it is. That one's up about 8 feet high. Just hang out here for a second. This is where it came from. It came from this way. Out. I was looking at that. Look at that. This, same thing. Oh, look at that. That's a clean. Should go. Oh, look at that. Break, break, break. Everything's broken. Break, break, break. Alright, so we're going past a little roadblock there. Let's see what we got. So as we're making our way through this like fern, mossy area, as we like to call Jurassic Park, Chris is in front of me by, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 feet, and he came across, they look a little old, but all these breaks right here, and this like little cluster, and leading into like this small path. It's probably hard for you guys to see with all the shading and stuff like that, with the sun's coming through, but looks pretty cool. Again, guys, we don't know who's making this. It could be anything. We just speculate and, you know, try to figure this whole thing out like all of you are. You know, there's nothing nearby that fell. Like, I don't see any big branches or trees or anything like that. I don't know if anybody would come in here and do that for fun. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, guys, you know, look out for this kind of stuff. We're gonna keep on going and see what else we can find, all right? Okay, break. Break. Here is a knuckle print. This guy's down on his knuckles. Here's his back foot. He got one foot here, one knuckle just like this. You can see me. And he's down on the ground. On the other tracks coming back that way.
It's hard to tell. I can't tell if this is like toes get so wet.
All right, we are up the road area. We have a right footprint right here. It doesn't look like a right one footprint, but I will tell you right now, it is a right footprint about what you're to see. It is 14 inches long. Our subject was 13 inches last year, 13 and a half. It is 14 this year, so he has grown. That's the right footprint, and now I know that is because 5 feet away is that beautiful print right there to the left. 14-inch print. You can see the toes. It is a 5-foot gait. It's 5-foot stride. Now you can see that one 5 feet away. You can see that one. Now you stand up. Where's my finger? 5 feet again. 5 feet again. 5 feet again. He comes right through here. This is a beautiful, beautiful print. We should be casting this. And once again, my office is in turmoil and it's got construction mode, and obviously it's not in my basket, or else my backpack, it's in my other backpack. I'm not very happy at the moment. We should be casting this. But this is a beauty of a print. This is the best print we have found here. You can see the heel, you can see the break, you can see where he took off, and you can see the toe indentations inside. And he went that way. Good luck finding him that way. Or who knows, if he didn't that way, he could have stopped here and then went down this way. Who knows, but it's the same print that we've seen, that you'll see previously, we found down in there.
Alright, so they look like feet imprints over here. Foot imprints, sorry. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. There's one, but the more definitive one is over here.
Ultram, or where I saw it, they said that their foot differs significantly from us. The way it bends a lot more than ours. Probably meant for crap. Sorry, probably meant for you know, obviously better, rougher terrain and stuff. That's adjusted to that. All right, we're gonna keep going.
All right, so we're in the same area from the prints, and we found this ditch, but look at, there's a stick here that had dirt all over it. It was being, whatever it was using this stick and hands to dig out this hole, looking for stuff. A knuckle print? No, the other way, towards north.
This way? Going north.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like if I was putting my hand like
Yes,
this?
like if you were digging with your left hand and you had your hand like there.
Big enough.
And
To
digging.
go like this.
Yes, exactly. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Again, you know, we're speculating. It seems natural. Coming across this, you know, to maybe find something. Who knows what they're looking for?
Grubs, anything.
Bugs, roots, something to chew on. Who knows? But, you know, good find by Chris. And that totally makes sense. Especially if it was like a smaller one. Short, you know, as it is. It could have been like a juvenile, or, you know, just coming over here like, all right, let me find something, or just mess around and play, or look for food, or whatever they're looking for. But either way, like it exactly feels like that, you know.
And there's not a bird.
And just to show you guys, this is no easy task for me to press this down.
No, it was done with some weight.
And then look at it, it immediately just like comes right back up.
Yep.
You have to have some serious weight on you and strength to just press that down.
So if I'm at 160 pounds, and this thing was here and I'm pressing down about like 3 or 4 inches, you know, you got some muscle on you. You got some muscle on you. I don't know how they grow.
And we found this area by following the prints, by following the tracks, by following the snaps. This is what's led us to this area. You can do this. Anybody, if you learn and watch and listen to the right people, you can do this. And you can find them. This area has long reputation of Sasquatch reports.
Yep.
Long history. We're not just barking up trees. We just don't go in and pick an area and say, hey, this is where we think they are. No, you do research. You see where they're spotted. You see where the signs are, and then you go there. And you learn. And it's taken 8 years to get to this spot now. But again, like I just said, go get in the woods. Beauty of a print here Sunday morning. This is why I do it.